Now, boys and girls, today I've got the latest transfer news for you guys today. The biggest rumours, the biggest news, the new cards we may see in FIFA 19, whatever you want to call it. I've got it today and I've put it all in this one video for you. Now, for the March likes, we're doing pretty damn well. As you guys can see, we are smashing it. We're obviously nowhere near our 100,000 target, but we're doing pretty well. If this video, well, what we're saying here, if this video gets 3,000 likes, that'll be £15 more on my own money into the giveaway pot. So guys, smash a thumbs up. Right now, I'm away and I'm doing something super exciting. So if you guys want to check it out, best thing to do is probably go to my Instagram, check out my story over there, check out my posts and stuff. It'll be in the description. That is the best way to find out where I am right now. This is going to be something I've never done in my life before, something pretty crazy, and most people have never done this. Most people won't ever do it, so it's mad. But you're here for the transfer news, okay? Now today's story, we got 7 hours ago, literally 7 hours ago today I'm making this, okay? Varane to Manchester United, the rumours there have been, sparked up once again. Manchester United have actually made contact with Real Madrid now over defender Rafael Varane. Now, believe it or not, the defender himself has actually come out and confirmed there's been contact, okay? So this is concrete stuff. This is very good, reliable sources because it's himself. That's the best source you're going to get. For example, in the Daily Mail, their article on this situation is, and this, let me just read you guys the title quickly. Real Madrid defender Rafael Varane admits Manchester United have made contact over possible summer switch. So that's right, the defender, Real Madrid's defender, has confirmed there has been contact, has confirmed there has been talks. So will a deal be done? We'll have to wait and see, of course, but we're looking very good at the minute. Now, it says here the French international has been at the heart of Zinedine Zidane's defence this season as they look to keep hold of their Champions League crown. Now, he played the full 90 minutes in both legs as the La Liga side cruised past PSG over the two legs in the last 16. He played both games full minutes. Now, it says here his progress has been long admired by Jose Mourinho, who signed the centre-back for Real Madrid back in 2011. So, Real Madrid, obviously Jose Mourinho has already worked with him, and he was the guy that signed him at Real Madrid. So, obviously, Mourinho is going to like him. Obviously, there's a relationship there. So, Varane has been asked, basically in an interview, if Jose Mourinho has actually had contact, and he said, and I quote, "No, not directly. There were contacts, but not directly." So, there were contacts between, I would say, the club and probably his management, his agents, or Real Madrid, but not necessarily. Jose Mourinho hasn't picked up the phone and given Varane a call, basically. That's what Varane's saying. And then, obviously, Varane actually went on to say that he likes Lukaku, and they think they've got a good player in Lukaku. He's come out and said he's a player that he's most difficult strikers to deal with in the game. So, obviously, that's, just admiring Man United's team in a minute, which is good because that all helps to sign in. So, yes, that is the first player leaving Real Madrid. Now, I think for the second player, we should do a player actually potentially joining Real Madrid. And it's Dybala, the next one. Paulo Dybala. This rumour is pretty hot this weekend, alright? It's actually big news. Now, Dybala is definitely one of the most sought after strikers in Europe. PSG are the other team that are also interested in him, and I'm sure loads of other teams are interested once again, but it looks like Real Madrid are leading the race to sign him. Now, the news is coming out of Italy, actually. Real Madrid and PSG are both interested in signing Juventus forward Paulo Dybala. The Argentine forward is viewed as obviously a Neymar alternative for both clubs. Furthermore, Juventus aren't against selling the 24-year-old and have already lined up basically Isco as a replacement. So if Paulo Dybala goes to Real Madrid, Isco looks like he's going to go the other way. That's a player I actually admire, a lot, to be honest. So they're happy to lose Dybala, but they want something in return, not just money, okay? They want players, they want a replacement, and Isco looks like the guy they're going to try and get if he goes to Real Madrid. If he goes to PSG, not sure who they're going to try and get. Maybe they'll still try and sign Isco, maybe not, because, obviously if Real Madrid are thinking, no, you didn't sell us Dybala, why should we sell you Isco? That's sort of how it's going to work. Apparently, PSG actually want to get, obviously, Juventus boss as well, so that could change a lot of things. That's one thing that could happen at the end of the season. If PSG boss, PSG do get the Juventus boss, okay, then obviously that could play a big part in Dybala, where he could go. He might think, I love working under this guy, so PSG's the best route for me, and he's thinking, God, I can't wait to get away I'm trying to get away from that guy, let him follow him, so Real Madrid's my destination. But either way, we won't find out till the summer, and it's going to be big news when it happens. Maybe the biggest transfer of the window, but, obviously we'll have to wait a couple of months. Something I couldn't get my head around today when I was doing a bit of research for this video. A lot of, well, I can't actually get my head around where these journalists got this article from, where these newspapers got this article from, but they have, and it's something that I'm going to do. I'm going to report it to you guys. Aaron Ramsey to Chelsea. Now, that is a pretty shocking one, but looks like that could happen in the summer. Now, one of the articles that have featured this is The Guardian. Now, The Guardian are talking about this one first of all. So, Aaron Ramsey's current deal actually expires at the end of next season, so obviously in the summer, he'll only have 1 year left on his deal. Well, will he go? Will he stay? Will he sign a new deal? Now, there's a couple of things I would usually say here. I would say, if he's not going to sign a new deal, with only a year left in his contract, Arsenal are likely to sell him. That's the way I would see it as. But as we know with Arsenal and what they've done this season, that's not always the case, okay? So they're happy to keep players in their last year contract to try and get them to sign a new contract, persuade him throughout the whole season. Now, it worked with Mesut Ozil, and it didn't work with Sanchez. They were forced to sell him in January, so there's been two sides of it. One's worked, one hasn't. Now, will Aaron Ramsey be in the same situation? Will it work for him, and will it work for Arsenal? Will he sign a new deal throughout the current next season, or will he leave next January, or will he leave this summer? And, I don't really know. Try and cash in. But this was a surprising, deal for me, this was. Obviously, Aaron Ramsey to go to Chelsea. I'm not really sure. I didn't really see that coming, to be honest. But obviously, it looks like Antonio Conte might be on his way out in the summer as well from Chelsea, so that may play a big part in it. But yeah, who's going to sign in then? Who's going to be the next manager of Chelsea? Is the next manager of Chelsea going to be interested in Aaron Ramsey? Who knows, to be honest. So yeah, this is probably one of the more surprising ones of this episode, something that I didn't actually expect. But the next player we're going to feature, someone I do actually, there's been a rumour about this guy leaving for a while now. There's someone I half expect, but the club that's popped up for him, didn't actually expect this one. We've got Martial to Juventus. So we got a bit of a weird circle going on for these episodes, okay? We've got players leaving Juventus, going to Real Madrid. We've got players leaving Arsenal, and obviously got players now, looks like, going to Juventus. So if Juventus lose Dybala and they don't replace him with Isco, who could be going another way, it looks like Anthony Martial could be on his way to Juventus and could be the replacement for Dybala. Now, according to the Daily Mirror, Juventus have reportedly met with I don't know why I keep saying that, Anthony Martial's representatives as they try to force a bid through and try and get the Manchester United attacker. But when we took a look at the Daily Mail, they are saying that Juventus actually make Martial their top target for the summer as they try to get him for £57 million. Now, obviously, Man United they did pay big money for him. There was a big clause in there as well that they had to pay a lot more if he won the Ballon d'Or. There's probably a sell-on fee as well, so Monaco would probably earn from that. Apparently, club official Pavel Nedved, which I didn't know, obviously I didn't know he was a club official right now, has actually met with Doyen Sport, who represent Anthony Martial, so there's already been contact there. There's already been discussions happening. So the French international has played a bit of a part season, should I say, at Old Trafford this year, having just made he started 16 of United's 30 Premier League games, so he started about half United's games, which isn't too bad, but there's a lot of competition at United, to be fair. Martial's contract actually only runs until June 2019, so that is obviously end of next season, so similar to Aaron Ramsey's situation. So if they sign him in the summer, obviously he will be a little bit cheaper than if he had 5 years left on his contract, but he's still not going to be cheap. They still reckon he's going to be £57 million. So yeah, it's been a bit of a strange one, to be honest. Obviously, he's seen in the stands the other day over the victory for Liverpool. Obviously, he's got Ibrahimovic next to him, Nicky Butt's there as well. That's the other goalkeeper as well, obviously plays for us. But yeah, Anthony Martial, I mean, will he get his chance? Will he? I don't really know what's going on like it. He's been linked with move away now for probably 2 or 3 years. Ever since he joined, to be honest, it seems like. I always thought PSG would have suited us for him. Apparently, Barcelona wanted him. Apparently, Real Madrid also wanted him. And now it looks like it's Juventus. I really don't know what's happening with this guy. Now, talking to Barcelona, got a player leaving Barcelona. It's not any player, right? And it's not Messi. That's not the player we're on about. It's actually Iniesta off to China as the next one. He's considering this. He's talked about it and he's discussed it already. So to concrete this thing up for you guys, obviously this is Sky Sports News and this is the title. Andreas Iniesta considering transfer from Barcelona to China. Barcelona captain Andreas Iniesta says he is contemplating a move to China at the end of this year. So obviously only in a few months. End of the season, I should say, to be honest. The 33-year-old has spent his entire career at Barcelona, but admitted a switch is basically a possibility after returning from a hamstring injury in Wednesday night's 3-0 win over Chelsea at the Nou Camp. Now, Iniesta actually came out and quoted and said this: before April the 30th, I have to make the decision whether I will still be at Barcelona or I'm going to China. I have to assess what is best for me and for the club. He said this himself. It's a decision that I will communicate to the club first and then you will find out. I will make the decision before April the 30th. So in just over a month, we'll definitely know if he's going to be at China or he's going to be at Barcelona next year. It will be the most honest for me and for the club, okay? That's what Iniesta went on to say. Now, Barcelona head coach actually went on to speak about this as well, and he admitted he is unsure whether Iniesta will be at Barcelona next year. He's obviously admitted that. I can't really speak today, to be honest. Now, Iniesta has won the Champions League 4 times and is poised to win a 9th La Liga title this year. Has a lifetime contract with Barcelona and well, basically he was rewarded this for his exceptional service, years of service. He's obviously won the World Cup with Spain and the Euros in 2008 and 2012, so he's won everything in football. He's done very well. Good career, let's just say that. And then it looks like he wants to go to China, try and get a lot of money in. Obviously, he's done well at Barcelona, but everyone knows China is like 3 times his salary, so no one's going to blame him for going to China to finish off his career. No one's going to blame him at all. Xavi did it. He went to the Middle East. He's earning good money out there. Last but not least, a player now who's featured previously in episodes, but again, today we are looking at this one. It's just getting worse, to be honest. The rumours are getting bigger and bigger and stronger, really. Emre Can to Juventus, another player. Well, I might as well make this a bloody Juventus episode, to be honest. Now, Liverpool's hopes of keeping Emre Can hit as Bayern Munich join Juventus in a chase for the soon-to-be free agent. So I featured Juventus on the screen there, but Bayern Munich also extremely interested in this guy. So Liverpool got a serious fight on the hands, and so have Juventus, to be fair. Now, basically, Bayern Munich are thinking, you know, they don't really know what's going on with Vidal. Don't know if he's going to sign a new deal. They don't know what's going to go on for there. So they're already potentially looking at replacements, and they see Emre Can as being one of them. Emre Can, someone that's been at Munich before, I think in his youth. I'm not really too sure. So everyone knows this guy is out of contract in the summer, and everyone knows he's turned down deals to sign at Liverpool. And yeah, he's going to be a free agent in the summer. He can join any club he wants to, basically. He's already allowed to speak to foreign clubs ahead of a potential free transfer in the summer. I don't think he's allowed to speak to any Premier League, but he's allowed to speak to foreign clubs. I'm sorry there, I had a bit of wind. To be honest, it was a bit of a struggle. So Juventus have a long-standing interest in a 24-year-old German international, which we are all fully well aware of. So you got Juventus chief executive actually said earlier this week, Emre Can is a player everyone wants for his qualities and being a free agent on June the 30th. So that confirms it. Juventus are going to go for him. They're probably already speaking now because they're allowed to. But anyway, guys, this has been a pleasure as always. Hopefully I've enjoyed this video. I'm going to give my final thoughts and opinions now on the transfers, on my percentages, on what I think they will happen or if they will not. First player is Varane to Man United. I think this is a guy that Man United have been interested in years. He's worked with Mourinho. Mourinho's already signed him before. There is contact already. I'm going to go with a 50-50%. Then Dybala to Real Madrid. I think it's only 25% joining Real Madrid. I think he might do potentially one more year at Juventus, but he's definitely not going to stay there for his whole career. So I'm going to go for 25%. Then we got Aaron Ramsey to Chelsea. Aaron Ramsey to Chelsea. I'm going to give that as like a 10%, to be honest. I just can't really see that. I don't know where that's come from, and I'm going to give that a 10%. Martial to Juventus. I think that's a 20%. I think it's a bit more like, obviously, Ramsey, but I think United want to keep hold of him, so I'm not really sure. So 20%. Iniesta to China. I think that's like a 75% chance of going to China. I think it's nearly a done deal. He's going to leave Barcelona, I reckon, but there's still 25% doubt. Then Emre Can to Juventus. I think that's a 75% deal done, and I think the other 25% is going to be Bayern Munich. I think he's 100% leaving Liverpool. I just do. Anyway, guys, take it easy. See you guys for another video, maybe tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace. A little stronger now.